So welcome back. And this video is called Technical Analysis, Riding the Trend Until It Ends. So in this video, we will talk about just an introduction about the technical analysis in terms of how the phases in the market should be, I mean, especially for us traders. And then we'll talk about channels and moving averages. Alright, so without further ado, technical analysis, riding the trend until it ends. That's our mantra. Right, so we go to understanding market structure. So if you will notice, there are four phases here that we have identified. First is the accumulation stage from 1-1 to 1-3. And the best thing that you should do in that kind of scenario, this is usually the start of a bull market or the end of the bear market. So during this time, accumulation is the key, right? So you anticipate, you analyze which stocks to follow and all that. So for me, as a value investor, this is the time that you accumulate, start to position yourself. Which stocks do you want to be part of your portfolio? Especially the stocks that have gone down so much in value after the bear market or the about to be concluded bear market, if there is such a thing, because you cannot anticipate that ahead of time, right? But at least the anticipation is there and you know where to position yourself because you have analyzed the stocks. And then do some markup naman. Markup is already the start of the bullish trend, to yung bullish phase of the market. Usually, if you are not ready for this, you would be overtaken. Tipong at the morning, in the morning, you notice the stock sa 5% and then sige baka nakachamba lang, then next morning 10%, so wala na, too late ka na because the market has gone so high, no? So yung markup usually the idea there is for you to participate and buy, right? Of course, mga momentum investors, they participate heavily in the markup stage. As I said, ako accumulation pa lang, you should already have an idea where to go to, right? Distribution, ito yung from 3-1 to 3-3. For the US, meron sila kasing shorting, no? Shorting means you sell and then you buy after. So, parang nauna yung sell. So, wala sa atin yan eh. But, I think meron pero on a daily basis lang. So, technically speaking, wala talaga. So, distribution, usually mga correction ng market, no? And then, if the bull market is already has already ended, and sometimes you are not aware of that, the distribution phase is already the market trying to I think ito yung market na trying to fight off the selling. So that's why nag-go hold pa siya. Right? But in the distribution phase sa US, ang ginagawa nila dyan is to exit short. Ay, sorry. Exit long, syempre. So, uh, exit long, sell. Kasi usually pag nag-start nga ang bear market, usually aabutin ka ng yung phase na 4-1, 4-2, 4-3. Yan yung part na yon. Imagine if you sell long during the distribution phase pa lang, no? Ang dami mong kikitain na pera dyan. Of course, again, in the Philippines, wala yon. Decline phase naman, ito yung bearish phase of the stocks. Ito na yung talagang all hell breaks loose, right? Recession is there. Sometimes talagang for long period of time, no? Yun yung great decline. And after 4-3, yan, nagsisimula na naman yung mag-accumulate doon sa may 1-1, 1-2, 1-3. So, ang idea dito is, market structure is usually comes in cycles. And dapat alam mo nasan ka na ngayon. So, for example, in our case, decline sigurado tayo. No? We don't know yet. Siguro nasa 4-1 to 4-2 pa lang tayo. I think, in my humble opinion. This is March 30, 2020. Coronavirus still very much in the scene. And we know that it's going to be, to affect us more in the coming years. I mean, sorry, coming weeks. Ayan. So, next, yung channel. Ang idea ng channel is that all the prices can be placed inside the channel. Parang, imagine yourself constructing a pipeline, pipeline, tama, na pumapasok lahat ng fluid doon, no? No one escapes. If you're inside the pipeline, all the water are inside the pipeline, right? So, ganun din to, no? So, channels can be change according to your own perspective. Ang sumusunod kasi niyan yung mind mo eh, whether depending on the view, right? Itong nakalagay dito sa slide na to is the Bollinger Band, no? Technically speaking, hindi yan channel, no? This is a sort of a channel, parang overlay yan ng mga stocks, but it's not a channel. We'll talk about Bollinger Bands in the next couple of videos. Ito yung channel, no? So, 'di ba, if viewed by itself, wala yung mga channel na yan. Ikaw nagsulat niyan. So, nakita mo siya upon analysis. So, BDO at this point in time, you see all the PE ratio and all that, right? The PE ratio 18, price to book medyo okay naman, no? Price to sales okay lang naman yan. 1 year return is already down 10%. EPS is 6.26. So if you will look at this, 18 times PE, medyo mataas pa yan compared to the market, no? Usually the market is 15 to 18, but I think at this point in time the market was about 20 times per earnings. But still, in my case, I will not participate in this kind of a company. I mean, I will not buy at this point in time. Tapos tingnan nyo pa, no, the price is trending downwards, and there's a reason, of course, for that, no? So nakikita mo siya trending downwards, nakita mo yung price earnings ratio is 18 times. So sabi mo, siguro the market is saying that it doesn't deserve that high of a PE ratio at this point in time. Okay? So look at that, changing your perspective. Sometimes this is your perspective long term, no? So this is August, April, May. So this is a 6-month view, and this is SM. So if you will notice, it looks like SM is on a sideward trading. Uh, it's not a downward trend. It looks like, right? It's tilted downwards, but nevertheless, but not so down, right? But if you change that perspective to a 3-month view into a 30-day view, you'll notice that iba-iba yung kanyang view, right? SM do sa 1-month view, parang pataas pa nga yung dulo niya. But if you look at it from 30-day view, you will see that SM is trending downwards. So, depends really. Kaya, if you are, for example, trading Forex, makikita mo, iba-ibang view, iba-iba ang diskarte mo. Like, if it's a 1-minute view, or a 15-minute view, or a 1-hour view, or 4-hour view, depende talaga how you will look at it. So, usually, sa trading, depende, ano ba ang magiging maganda perspective? Depende how long are you going to stay and view your trades, di ba? If you're going to look at it on a daily basis, so walang sense na magtingin ka ng mga 50 minute by minute or hour by hour view, right? But if you are always there, then trader na trader ka talaga or day trader ka, then maybe you can look at it that way. Okay, so ito yung value check, no, sa Investagram. I always look at the value check because, as I said, I'm really more of a value investor rather than a chartist or technical analyst. So SM, ang PE ratio niya 32 times. So no wonder it's trending, downwards. Matamahal siya pa eh, right? Price to book 3.3. Hindi naman masyadong effect yun, right? So para sa akin, the reason for the downtrend is really because it's expensive. Okay, ROE niya 12, so P ratio 32, so more or less times 2, no? More than times 2 yung kanyang PEG. So talagang deserve lang talaga niyang bumaba, right? Sa point na yun. So next is looking at this is called financial, no? If you wanna look at the price ratios, nasa baba siya. Okay, ito yung itsura niya, no? Ayan. So these are the PE ratios historically, no? So mapapansin niyo, this is BDO. Look at the historical PE ratio niya, 10, 16, 14 sa may left side, no? And 14, 25. So medyo mataas yung 2017 yan na 25 times per earnings. Unless the market is saying that it's trending upwards, right? So we go now to moving averages. Ang moving averages is if you are using ito, using call financial again, so chart studies and then moving average. So usually tatlo yan nilalagay natin diyan, no? The 200-day long term, the 50-day, the intermediate term, or the 25-day, the short term. Usually when I was younger, ang ginagamit dati ay yung 75 days. So parang 5 weeks, yun eh, divide by 5 yan. And then, 75 divided by mga 15 weeks saka 40 weeks. Now, may nakita pa akong libro na gumawa niya. Ang tawag eh, low risk investing. So anyway, so in this case, we have here the chart of Philinvest Land. Last trade was 144. Look at the price earnings. Ang baba, right? Price book, 0.54. Oh, screaming buy, right? ROE is 9.47. So PEG is about 0.7. But look at that. Yung 200-day niya is at 1.66. 50-day is at 1.44. The 25-day is 1.48. Mataas lang ng konti. And the price is at 1.40 something. Look at the moving averages on the left down below, no? Lahat siya bearish, so simple, both simple and exponential. So it only means that Fly at this point in time has a confirmed bearish trend, downtrend, right? So yan, confirmed bearish downtrend is depicted when the 200-day is above the 50-day, is above the 25-day, is above the price, in that order. So parang nasa baba yung price. Kasi usually ang nangyayari dyan is that the price is below. So for example, dun sa may arrow, no? So confirm bearish downtrend yan. Somewhere in December, papuntang January, mapapansin niyo yung price is starting to move up and it crosses over the 25 days. So, yun yung mga tinitingnan nyo dyan, no? So, unusual patterns. So, there's going to happen the first crossover when the price moves above the 25-day, and then the second crossover when the 25-day moves above the 50-day, usually kasi hindi ka agad gumagalaw yun. And then, the third crossover is the price move above the 200-day, yung pinakamataas kasi dati siya yung nasa taas, right? And then, both the 25 and the 50 is moving across, crossovering against the 200-day average. So, parang dito mababaliktad na siya. Nasa taas na yung price, and then the 25-day, and then the 50-day, and then the 200-day. Yeah, so this is PLDT, right? So, pagdating do sa point na yon, yan na ang confirmed bullish uptrend. So, an example dito is the Globe Telecom. I don't know which year this is, 2018. So, if you can see, yung price nasa taas ng 25-day, nasa taas ng 50-day, nasa taas ng 200-day in that particular order. Yan. So, in this case, this is a confirmed bullish uptrend. Right? So, some usual patterns, usually, in a downtrend, muna magko-crossover yung price papunta dun sa kanyang short term. Kasi yun ang unang lalampasan niya. No? Short term, lalampasan niya pababa. And then, look at the long red candle. And susunod doon sa second crossover, lumampas na siya doon sa 50-day. Bumaba na si price sa 50-day moving average, and then the third crossover happened when the 25-day crossed the 50-day average. Dito sa point na to, hindi pa siya nagko-crossover sa 200-day long-term moving average. But this is a bad signal for Now Corporation during the time they're very much speculating on the Now Corporation. Okay, so that's it. We will continue in the next video with Bollinger Bands. Thank you for listening. Bye.